It was supposed to be a simple spacewalk. Commander Ethan Cole, a decorated astronaut with 14 years of experience, was performing routine maintenance on a satellite orbiting Earth. His mission lasted just 6 hours, and everything went smoothly. But something happened during those final minutes before he re-entered the shuttle. Something NASA never explained. The moment Ethan landed back on Earth, something was off. He didn't respond to anyone, not to the mission control officers, not to his wife, not even to the president, who personally welcomed him home. He looked at them, nodded politely, and spoke. Only the words made no sense. Not English, not Russian, not Chinese, not any known human language. At first, officials thought he had suffered brain damage from cosmic radiation, but neurologists found no signs of injury. His memory was intact. He could write, walk, and think clearly. He just spoke something else, a language no one could place. Linguists from all over the world listened to hours of his speech, but none could identify its origin. It had rhythm and structure. It sounded like a real language, just not one ever spoken on Earth. What scared them most was that Ethan understood English perfectly. He just refused, or perhaps couldn't, speak it anymore. When asked questions in English, he nodded or shook his head correctly, even reacted emotionally. But when he tried to speak, out came that strange musical-sounding language. Behind closed doors, the U.S. government panicked. They locked Ethan away in a high-security facility in Nevada, officially listed as a recovery center. What the public didn't know was that it was actually deep beneath Area 51. For months, teams of specialists tried to crack the language. Audio experts, AI models, even supercomputers were used. Nothing worked. Then something strange happened. One of the linguists, Dr. Elena Moore, began to have recurring dreams. In them, she heard Ethan's voice, repeating phrases she couldn't remember upon waking. Over time, she began to understand the meaning of a few words. She started writing them down. Slowly, she built a dictionary from her dreams. When she finally spoke a short sentence back to Ethan, he froze. Then tears filled his eyes. He whispered something in the same strange tongue and reached out to touch her hand. That night, Dr. Moore disappeared. Her phone keys and purse were left on her desk. Security cameras glitched for 47 seconds, the exact timestamp matching the last word she spoke to Ethan. The next morning, all files related to Ethan's case were deleted. Backups, recordings, notebooks, even Elena's private journal, gone without a trace. When her family asked questions, they were told she'd been transferred to a remote research mission and would contact them soon. She never did. Inside the facility, Ethan stopped eating. He sat in silence, staring at the wall. Then one night, he began drawing on the walls using his own blood. Symbols, hundreds of them. Circles, triangles, and unfamiliar characters arranged in patterns that resembled star maps. Astronomers secretly analyzed the drawings. What they found chilled them to the core. The symbols matched a solar system 61 light-years away, one no telescope had ever focused on. But when they did, they found something. Not a planet, not a star, a structure. It looked artificial, and it was massive. After that, things moved fast. A new space program was formed under the Department of Defense, funded by billions in black budget money. The public was told it was just a Mars exploration project. But it wasn't. They were preparing to go to that structure. But Ethan never lived to see it. 3 days before the mission launched, he died suddenly in his sleep. No signs of illness. No toxins. His heart just stopped. A note was found in his room, written in the same unknown language. No one could translate it, but one AI algorithm caught a single word repeated 3 times. Warning. The spacecraft left Earth in total secrecy. The public never knew. It never returned. 3 years later, strange signals began to arrive from deep space. Radio bursts, too regular to be natural. They formed patterns, mathematical codes resembling Ethan's wall drawings. The signals grew stronger, more frequent. Then they stopped, all at once. Exactly 72 hours later, satellites around Earth began picking up unidentified objects. Metallic, fast-moving, and silent. They hovered over oceans, deserts, and remote forests. Governments called them weather balloons, but insiders knew better. They looked exactly like the craft described in declassified UFO encounters. At the same time, a girl in Montana began speaking a strange language in her sleep. Her parents couldn't wake her. Scientists recorded her speech. It matched Ethan's exactly. She had never met him. She was only 9 years old. Soon, more people around the world began experiencing the same thing, speaking the unknown language, drawing the same symbols, and dreaming of a dark structure floating in space. And then they started vanishing, one by one, without a trace. Each time it happened, security cameras would glitch, clocks would freeze, and phones would lose all signal for exactly 47 seconds, the same time that passed when Dr. Moore disappeared. Whispers of silent invasion spread among a few government insiders, not with weapons, not with war, but through dreams, language, and thought. And now, no one talks about Ethan Cole. His name was removed from NASA's official records. His mission files were erased. It's like he never existed, but some still remember. They've seen the drawings. They've heard the strange language echo in their minds at night. And they're starting to understand what he was trying to say. It wasn't new language. It was a message, and we were never meant to hear it.